Today is Wednesday, October 9th, and this is your forecast for the western United States. And temperatures are still really hot here throughout the west, but they're not quite as extreme as what we saw over the last several days. So the temperatures are slowly coming down, and that trend is going to continue right through the end of the week into the upcoming weekend. So let's take a look at the forecast for downtown Los Angeles. We do have some morning fog that will burn off, so a little bit gloomy for many of us early this morning, but it'll be sunny and warm for this afternoon with temperatures peaking in the mid 80s, and then we'll see temperatures falling back into the 70s later on this evening. In San Diego, some fog around this morning. It'll turn sunny for us this afternoon, a high of 77 degrees, and then just a few scattered clouds and back down into the upper 60s eventually later on tonight. So here's a look at the national map. We got lots of sunshine throughout the middle of the country. There's a front here which is bringing in some colder air north of that front. So we got even some frost this morning across the upper Great Lakes. But the big story by far, I mean, it's not even a competition, is the major hurricane Milton, which is approaching the west coast of Florida this morning. It'll be making landfall this evening as a major hurricane. Catastrophic storm surge is likely, damaging winds with probably gusts that are going to exceed 150 miles per hour. I mean, it is a very strong storm, and that is all moving through central Florida as we head through the overnight and emerging in the Atlantic as we go into tomorrow. And then it's going to move away from the United States. So 89 today in Sacramento back here in the west, 98 for you in Vegas, 104 in Phoenix, 108 in Brawley, 104 also in Palm Springs, 94 the high in Bakersfield, and we're looking at low 70s right along the coast, including Oceanside and Santa Barbara. All right, here is a look at that 7-day forecast. And as I mentioned, temperatures generally on a downward trend. We're still pretty warm, at least in the 80s through Friday in Los Angeles, but then we see temperatures back down into the 70s for highs and maybe even just barely above 70 going into early next week. All right, that is your Wednesday morning weather update. I do encourage you later this morning as I get a new weather update to check out the Tropical Outlook, because I'm going to have the latest on Milton. That'll come later this morning and not on this same page as we typically see. So just a little heads up on that. And of course, one other thing to remember, don't ever forget that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.